Hi, I'm Janet Lutz here at Calico Gals in Syracuse, New York, and today we're talking about working with wool. I'm here with Melonie Unger, who is our wool instructor at Calico Gals. Hi, Melonie.
Hi, Janet.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Now, the reason we wanted to talk today is because people have a lot of questions about working with wool, and I know you do a lot of classes here. So tell us a little bit about your background.
Well, I first took a class in wool at Calico Gals and fell in love. So then I decided to have a club. We call it Lucky Penny, and we meet once a month and work on wool projects. And the penny right here was our first year's project. So each month, the participants in the class would get 4 stacks of pennies that had been cut on the AccuQuilt machine, and they could put it together however they wanted to at the end of the year.
Now, I know this happened years ago, and it looks beautiful, like brand new, and I just assumed you put it away, but you said you use this.
It's on my kitchen counter all the time. It gets splatters, and in fact, it's got a little one right there that needs to...
I see that. So what you do, how do you keep it so nice? I mean, that's a big question people have is how do I take care of my wool projects?
So many people think you can't wash wool, but actually this wool was already been all washed and felted before we used it. So how I care for this is I put it in the bathtub in lukewarm water with a little bit of, there's a product called soak or Dawn dish detergent, just a little bit. And I lay it in the water and I swish it around a little bit, let it set for about a half an hour, and then I drain the water out and let it set for a little while longer, and then I hang it over the shower bar too.
Okay, and so it just dries naturally with air.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I do, because this is a little more delicate, I don't put this one in the dryer, but I do press it if it's, not laying flat.
Okay, all right, so this one is all wool.
Yes.
All right, so moving on to this one.
Yeah, this one is wool with a cotton backing on it.
Okay, so it's got a homespun on the back,
Yeah,
so
and
cotton and wool together.
Thread is cotton. And so I do the same thing. I put it in the bathtub and just let it soak for a little while, swish it around, and let it dry flat.
And you use this one too?
It's on the kitchen counter. I have a fruit bowl in the front and middle of it. And this one I actually dry on a cookie rack so that it dries air underneath it.
Oh, that's a good idea. That's a good idea. Well, it looks beautiful. It looks like new. Let's talk about the project that you have all the way over on the far side here, because this one is actually a quilt. Cotton, quilted, pieced.
Yeah.
And then you added some wool applique, so it's mostly cotton.
Yes.
How do you take care? Do you use this one?
I do use this one. This is on an end table, and my cat sits on it all the time because he loves any project you're working on.
Of course.
And so this one I have done in the washing machine before, and so I just do it on a delicate cycle.
Okay.
And I've dried it in the dryer too. When I wash it, the first couple times I use a product called Color Catcher.
Oh, a color catcher, the little sheet that goes in the washer. And so if there is any color that's coming off the wool, the color catcher will grab it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, if you're concerned about that before you do your project, you can wash your wool a couple times and the dye comes out of it.
Okay. All right. I know when I've done that, then I press it before I actually use it. Do you press this after you wash it?
Yes.
Do you dry this in the dryer?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Well, that's easy.
It's very easy.
That's easy to take care of. Okay, let's talk about your big project here, because this one is really exciting. And this is actually why people started asking the question. This is called It Takes a Village.
Yes.
And we partnered with 8 other quilt shops around the U.S. We've each done a block. It's an online shop hub. Okay, this is our block.
Yeah.
And when people order any of them, they get the background, which is cotton.
Yes.
And then all the embellishments applique is wool.
Yes.
Okay, and it's stitched on here either by hand or machine, whatever people want to do.
Yeah.
Beautiful. I mean, the blocks are gorgeous. I love the entire project.
They all tell a story. It's just wonderful.
They do. It's great. But here we are. Every shop creates a finishing kit. And our finishing kit is all cotton. And that's where people have asked questions. How are we mixing wool with cotton? Can I do that? And if I do that, how do I take care of it?
Yeah, so we decided to make a bigger quilt. Many of the finishing kits are for wall hangings or for on a table, but we decided to do a bigger quilt. And I actually have a quilt on my bed at home that's wool and cotton, and I have a dog and cat that sleep with me, and so it gets washed quite a bit. And I do it the same way. I either put it in the washing machine on a delicate cycle or in the bathtub.
Oh, so this one you could, if it's not too big, could go in the washing machine.
Right.
or you could do it in the bathtub like you do the other projects. Swish it a little.
Yep.
Take it out, air dry it, or would you throw this in the dryer?
I would, I don't know. I think with the little pieces, I would air dry it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
Sure, and then easily you could press it too. So this is super simple to take care of. It's not really anything special about it. Your jacket, I noticed this because this was also a class that you have taught.
A long time ago.
It looks like it's brand new, but I've seen you wear it lots and lots and lots, so I'm assuming that you also wash this. How do you take care of it? I have washed this.
Now this I've washed in the washing machine and dried it in the dryer.
So it's a sweatshirt, so it's cotton, and you added the wool applique in the washer, in the dryer.
Yeah, just on delicate with no agitate, very little agitation, and dry it in dryer.
Wonderful. Thank you, Melonie, for helping us understand all of this.
You're
I know you
welcome.
answered a lot of my questions.
You're
If
welcome.
anyone is interested in joining up with It Takes a Village, they can visit calicogals.com to get started with the church block, and then we'll direct you to the other shops, and you can take a look at the finishing kits too.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot.
You're welcome.
I hope we answered some questions for you.